Hey, this is Carla from the Butcher Babies.
This is George Corner Fisher from Cannibal Corpse.
Hey, this is Rex from Kill Devil Hill. It's Wednesday 13.
This is Dad from Devil Driving.
This is Motorist from Quad. You're listening to Rabid Noise
on Rabid Radio.
Turn it up.
And you were tuned into Rabid Noise on Rabid Radio. That was the Book of Sand from At the Gates, who will be touring the country starting next week. And here to talk all things At the Gates is the one and only Martin Larsson. It's great having you on the show, man. What's going on?
Hello, nice talking to you.
Awesome, man. Well, it's been about a year since the release of At War with Reality, and I'm guessing a lot has happened since then, right?
Yeah, a lot. It's been a really busy year.
So you've just been touring a lot by the looks of things.
Yeah. Constantly since October last year.
You know, I saw some footage of you guys at Loud Park in Japan recently, and holy shit, man, that looked just insane.
Yeah, that was a great audience.
Man, they must have been just, because the gigs over there, they just go off. Every band that I know that has toured Japan, they just absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's very rewarding to go there. And I mean, I think we played our fourth show, and it just gets better.
Are you still over there now?
No, I'm in Sweden. We're flying to California on Friday, and then straight to Australia after that.
That's a pretty big trek, man. Considering bands usually they'll go Japan and then they'll come straight down to us because it's not that far to go.
Right. No, it's going to be a full circle eventually, going westward.
That's a lot of time on the plane, buddy.
Yeah. I'm bringing books. It's all right. I'll be fine.
So, what do you usually read when you're out on the road?
I read almost everything, but I'm into this last few years. I've been into old sci-fi classics like Dick and Bester and those guys from the 50s and 60s and 70s.
Awesome, man. Did you say Philip K. Dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love his stuff. But what are you reading at the moment? Which one of his?
Well, not him at the moment. I'm reading Ian Banks, a Scottish guy, right now.
Oh, cool, man. Awesome. I love all that stuff. Well, as we were saying before, you were, of course, playing that massive festival in Japan. The lineup just looked pretty epic with Megadeth and Slayer and Carcass and Anthrax. You must know all those guys, of course.
I know some of them. With Napalm Death played after us, and they're good friends. And I got to see Obituary also. That was good.
Must have been such a huge party, man. It must get pretty messy out there on the road.
Well, yeah, but when you just do a fly in Japan, the jet lag is pretty punishing. So I really had to force myself out of the hotel room.
How long does it usually sort of take you from Sweden to Japan on a plane?
The Japan flight is about 10, 11 hours. And then usually a smaller flight out of Gothenburg to wherever it connects.
That's full on, man. A lot of reading time, I'd say. So with the Japanese tours, what makes them so special for you when you do those ones?
Well, apart from the obvious, the great audience, it's very exotic to me, as is Australia. Faraway countries that are very different to Sweden. That's nice.
Do you find that, in some countries you'll go, there'll be obviously a bit of a communication barrier, but the fans will just connect through the music. Like they know every word. And
yeah, a little bit. A lot of the Japanese don't speak very good English, but that doesn't really matter with the music. That's... As you said, yeah, that brings us together.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It must be such an amazing feeling being up there and just connecting with people in that way. Where off stage there's, as I said, like that bit of a communication barrier, but when you're up there, it's just nothing else like it, I guess.
No, it doesn't really compare. That's true.
That's awesome, man. You guys, of course, will be hitting Australia very, very soon. You guys must be keen to get back down here. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it's been, 3 years? And it's only my second time. I'm really excited to go there.
Because I missed you guys the last time. And I was really, I was devastated, man. because, you know, of course I've been listening to you guys since I was a young lad. So this is my chance. This is the one chance. So I'm not going to miss it, man. That's November 1st in Brisbane, and a couple of days before my birthday. So what better way to celebrate, right?
Right. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. I can't wait. Well, we're going to go to the track Death and the Labyrinth now, and we'll be back very soon on Rabid Noise. Hey guys, just want to take a minute to give a shout out to our podcast supporters, RW Promotion, who are the best in the business when it comes to printing posters, flyers, banners, badges, business cards, you name it. They've got what it takes to help you get everything you need to help spread the word about your band or business. And with a blistering turnaround, they'll make sure you get your product ASAP. So get in touch with Richard and the team at www.rwpromotion.com.au or shoot them an email at info@rwpromotion.com.au. Also want to give a shout out to the guys at Blacklight Art and Design, who in my opinion are the Gold Coast best screen printers. So, you know, we've gotten many band shirts and even our own Rabid Noise shirts done through these guys, and they've also got one of the fastest turnarounds I've ever seen. So all quality prints at competitive prices. So whether it's band merchandise, sporting teams, promotional garments or workwear, you know, they've got you covered. So hit them up at www.blacklightad.com.au or email them at info@blacklightad.com.au. So big thanks to those guys for helping us to bring you this podcast each and every week, and for, of course, supporting the metal scene. So now it's back to Rabid Noise. And we're back on Rabid Noise. That was God of War by Kaiser Soze, who will be supporting the Mighty at the Gates in Brisbane. And tonight we have been hanging with Martin Larsson from the band. Now, do you usually try and check out other bands that are opening for you guys?
Yeah, I try. It's, you know, on these kinds of tours, it's hard. There's very little time for sleep and seeing stuff. So I always try to check out the support bands, but sometimes there are only so many hours in a day.
That's right, man. That's right. But have you heard Kaiser Soze before?
No, they're new to me. I saw the name in the tour itinerary, but I haven't had time to check them out. I will, though.
I highly recommend, checking those guys out. They're Brisbane boys.
Nice.
And
I have to say, you always had very good metal in Australia. Very good music overall.
Awesome. So what bands from Australia are you into?
Right now, I'm very into Portal, of the newer bands. To me, that's new, as an old guy.
Portal, of course, Brisbane boys. It must be something in the water up in Brisbane.
Right, yeah.
They're a great band, man. They're amazing live, too. Have you seen them live?
I saw them once in Gothenburg, and I hope to see them again.
Yeah. They don't play that often around here, which I think that's what makes it special, because people will come from all over the place to check them out. Yeah, they're awesome, man. Yeah, so I spoke to Thomas last year before the album was released, and we talked a bit about, you know, his teaching job. Do you have a career outside of music as well?
Kind of. I'm working at a venue called Truck Stop Alaska here in Gothenburg, but it's mostly a labor of love, I'd say. It doesn't really. I mean, without the gates, I can afford to work there, but it's a good job.
So, is it your venue?
It's more like a commune that runs it. So we're about 6-7 people.
So is it like is it just metal, or is it a bit of a mix with musical style?
It's a bit of a mix. It's a lot of metal, a lot of punk, a lot of psychedelic stuff, and different kinds of rock. How's
the scene over there?
It's good. It's for such a small country as Sweden. I mean, I think we're approaching 10 million people. It's a really vibrant music scene.
That's awesome, man. I'm always fascinated by how the scenes are in different countries, and like ours is quite small, but it is quite strong. So yeah,
you've always had good music in Australia.
Oh, definitely, man. And we've got some really good venues as well. Like, there's one in Brisbane. Like, you're playing Brightside is really good. There's the Crowbar's really good. So metal's still kicking, going strong, man. It's excellent to see, especially with like the younger bands that are coming up at the moment, as we were mentioning before, like Kaiser and stuff. You know, the band is obviously in pretty high demand, especially over the last 12 months, as we were saying before, since the album dropped. You know, do you find it, you know, between your personal life, your, you know, work life and everything, is it easy to balance that out?
Yeah, fairly easy. This last year, since the album came out, it's been a lot of work, but it's very rewarding work. So it doesn't really, you don't really mind. And then Thomas and Jonas still work part-time in the weeks, so we mostly play weekends now. But we're very, very, what's the word? But we listen to each other, and if someone has something they need to do, that comes first. Personal lives always comes before the band. So, no, I'd say we manage it well now. We're on a good level. It feels good being where we are right now.
That's awesome, man. Well, you know, as I mentioned before, this is actually going to be my first time seeing you guys. And is there a band for you that, you know, for one reason or another, they toured around, you've always wanted to see them, but you've missed them for one reason or another? What's that one band that you've always wanted to see live?
Well, it used to be Voivod before I finally got to see them, but now I'm stumped. I'm sure there is a band, but mostly it's I mean, just this mind game. You know, bands you would have wanted to see in their prime, but that's not going to happen.
Man, there's been a few. I've been lucky enough over the last couple of years with the Soundwave Festival over here. I've caught up on a lot of my bucket list bands. There's a band from I think they're from your way. They used to be called Beast Milk. They're called Grave Pleasures now.
Right? Yeah.
They are phenomenal, man. They're a band. They're probably, apart from you guys, they're the other band that I just kill to see. Have you seen those guys?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw them once as Beast Milk and once we played the same festival as Great Pleasures this summer, Hellfest in France, and I'm friends with the drummer and the guitar player as well. So
that's
a good
awesome.
band and good people.
Oh man, I'd love to see both of you guys on the same bill. That'd be like two birds, one stone.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Well, you know, are you guys writing at the moment as well? Can we expect a follow up?
No. We don't even know ourselves, but right now we're so caught in the whole touring thing. So once this slows down, I guess we'll sit down and see if we have more music in us. But we'll find out together with you guys.
Well, I'm very excited for more out the gates. So hopefully you guys, you know, in the near future.
Yeah, hopefully.
When the time's right, we'll be there.
Right.
Well, we're going to go to the classic track, Slaughter of the Soul now. Thanks for hanging with us tonight, Martin, and we'll see you in Brisbane at the Brightside on November 1st.
Right, thank you, and thanks for the support. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing more of Australia and seeing the fans and playing.